Hello boys and girls, I'm sorry that Miss Lily's not here because since she is rolling so much she tired herself out and she is now taking a little nap. So boys and girls, remember, let's get a piece of paper. So for this project, like I said, it's going to remind you of a painting that you might have seen before or might not have seen before. But if you know what it is once we are done, make sure that you tell a friend and also your teacher. So first we are going to have our picture side to side or horizontally. First thing that we are going to do is I'm going to draw some little circles at different spots. Well, let's see if you can see that. Alright, after that we're going to take the spots, little circles, and we are just going to curve. Almost like curve in a little triangle. So it's almost like we're making a sideways triangle. And it could go in any direction. Okay? After that, we are going to be drawing some skinny ovals. They kind of have a point to the end. They kind of look like little leaves. Now, for this project, these items are from nature, so remember, they're all gonna look different. Alright? After that, we're gonna go one by one. So first, starting from that tops part right there of our oval, we're just going to make a curve, making sure that each curve ends at the bottom. Again, you want to keep on doing this until you get your desired amount. So, what do you think we are making now? So boys and girls, for this project, we are actually making a pumpkin patch during the nighttime. Now boys and girls, if you know the artist Vincent van Gogh, you probably recognize this background. So boys and girls, this is inspired by Vincent van Gogh's Starry, Starry Night. If you do not recognize this painting, I will provide a link in this description below of Vincent van Gogh and his fabulous artwork called Starry, Starry Night. So I guess it's called Starry, Starry Pumpkins because we have got our pumpkins and all our stars. If you notice, with the artist Vincent van Gogh and my example, there are tons of different lines and colors. That's what makes Vincent van Gogh's artwork so unique. Alright, so let's finish this work. And of course, when we are done with this drawing, you can add any color and any other extra things to make it your own and super unique. Alright, now with our pumpkins, we're going to be overlapping. Overlapping is when you have objects in front of the other. Alright, now I'm going to do my big pumpkin. Again, you're going to curve to the point, and if you notice, I accidentally messed up, but remember, pumpkins are different shapes and sizes. I'm going to curve around, and again, you can make this pumpkin as big as you want. Now, if you look, if I make another curve, I might accidentally draw on top. But remember, we're overlapping, so when you do the next line, you curve and then you stop where that other pumpkin begins. Then you just bring the curve again and stop where that pumpkin begins. So it looks like this pumpkin is behind the other one. Alright, now you're going to do the same with the other one. Curve on the left, curve on the right, and you're going to keep on going until you get it as big as you want. And maybe your pumpkin might hang off the paper, and that's okay. Alright, we have our 3 pumpkins, and of course you can always add cats, you can always add other vegetables, you can even use a hilly line or 2 to make some vines all around. And as many as you want. I'm using a crayon so you can see better, but I should have told you this before. You can also use a pencil before this. It's probably best that you make a pencil just in case you have an oops. After that, I'm going to have some teardrops for my leaves. To add that extra texture or how something feels, you can draw some lines. Give you some time to work on that some more. So we gotta make sure that these pumpkins are not floating in space, unless you want it to, it's your drawing. So we're gonna draw our horizon line, or where the sky meets the earth. It could be any type of line you want. So these will be our pumpkins and our grass. This can be a hill. You can even add like tiny little trees or tiny little houses for the background. After that, we're going to give our pumpkin patch a starry, starry night sky. Make sure it's nice and flat. So as you look at our starry, starry night sky, it looks like that there are orbs or glowing around our stars and moon. So we want to make sure these are nice and big, so we're going to make our moon. And again, it could be a circle or a crescent moon. Add all your different stars. You can make it any way you want. You can add shooting stars. You can add like little snowflake stars. When you make your stars, add a circle around it and also with your moon too, so it could look like it's glowing. Now, you can also add other things in your sky like different planets. Maybe since it is kind of Halloween-y, you can have maybe a wicked witch flying through the sky, but maybe you don't want it to be really it's Halloween. You can add different types of weather. Maybe it's actually storming in the night sky. Maybe there's birds flying. Maybe it's actually a sunset where you see both the sun and the moon. After that, we're going to add some curlicue lines and swirls just to show the wind and the night sky and all the different galaxies. And there you have it. You have your starry, starry night pumpkin patch. Now, boys and girls, what I want you to do, add other details to make the picture your own. You can even, when you are done drawing, trace in black marker or Sharpie so that way your picture pops out even more. Now, with coloring, you can color it any way you want. There's something that you can even do to add value, make your pumpkins look more realistic. Is by adding value. So if you look, we have value is when your object goes from dark to light. If you look, the lightest part of your object is where the sun or the light is hitting. So if you look, if you're farther away from the light, it's going to be darker. If you're closest to the light, it's going to be lighter. So for my pumpkins, I would grab some yellow, some oranges, some red. And what you would do, you would first grab a section and you're going to color hard, up and down, only on the bottom part of your pumpkin. After that, you're going to take your next shade. I usually like to go from darkest to light, but when you do this, don't go dark like dark. It's not going to really show that color change. After I do the red, I'm going to start in my middle of my red with the orange, and then I'm going to go way up. As you see in the middle, it starts to change colors. Finally, I'm going to take my lightest shade, which is yellow, and I'm going to start in my middle of my orange, and you're going to bring it up. Okay? And if you're not sure how to do this, just keep on practicing on the back of your paper. All right, boys and girls, I can't wait to see the rest of your artwork. Have a wonderful day.